Buckle up, gossip fans, because today we're diving into the drama swirling around TikTok's viral family, the resilient Jenkins. You've probably seen Stephanie Jenkins, her husband Andrew, and their 4 kids, soon to be 5, crammed into a 1-bedroom apartment, sharing their unconventional living situation with millions of viewers. But now the family that rose to fame for their resilience is making headlines for an entirely different reason. Eviction. Yep, you heard that right. And the tea is piping hot. Stephanie's TikTok account, Resilient Jenkins, skyrocketed in popularity as viewers tuned in to see how the family navigates life in such tight quarters. Their videos drew mixed reactions. Some applauded their perseverance, while others accused them of using their kids in hardships for clout.
We have 6 going on 7 living in a 1-bedroom apartment. As the kids grow older, that means we constantly have to adapt our environment to give them more means for privacy and extra space. When outside our environment appears cluttered, disorganized, what have you. But quite frankly, after making do for nearly 3 years now, I have nothing but a grateful spirit for the roof over our head. Generally, the instant judgment me and my husband receive, why have so many kids if you don't have enough space for them? See, my perception is judgment comes from a place of not having the experience. When you've experienced enough, you generally don't judge people. I can tell you after everything I've been through in the past 3 years, there's very little I have to judge people.
But things took a sharp turn when news broke that Andrew has an active landlord-tenant eviction case filed on January 7th, 2025. So where did all the money and gifts from their Amazon wishlist go? Let's rewind a bit. At the height of their TikTok fame, the Jenkinses set up an Amazon wishlist that viewers generously fulfilled, sending kitchen gadgets, bunk beds for the kids, and more. Despite this apparent influx of support, the family's financial troubles have come to light. Stephanie recently posted a cryptic TikTok sharing that she's received discouraging news. She hinted at divine tests, writing in the caption, "I truly can't believe the nerve of people, but God has equipped us with strength, resilience, and faith in His process. This too shall pass." Naturally, her followers started speculating about an eviction. But instead of clarifying, Stephanie stayed mum, letting the rumor mill run wild.
So I just got some somewhat discouraging news, to say the least, and I really just feel like it's the devil just trying to get in my head and stop me in my tracks when I'm starting to feel like God's plans are unraveling for us. So I'm gonna just put some oldies on, reset this kitchen.
Then came the bombshell claims. Rumors are swirling that the Jenkinses' apartment was originally secured through a homeless program designed for Andrew and his son from a previous relationship. If true, Stephanie and her children weren't supposed to be living there, potentially violating the program's rules. Comment sections have been ablaze with heated debates. And one TikTok user said they're being evicted because the apartment was for the man and his son through a homeless program. She's not supposed to live there with her kids. It's against the rules.
So apparently the apartment was supposed to be just for the father and the child, the stepchild, and that it was supposed to be like part of a homeless program to put them back on their feet. Instead, they just shoved the apartment with a bunch of extra people, which is a huge hazard. It's a safety risk and honestly unnecessary because I know they've been making money on this.
Meanwhile, some viewers expressed sympathy for the kids, calling them innocent victims in this situation. Others, however, weren't as forgiving, with one commenter writing, "She and that lazy man knew the rules, and now she wants y'all to support them. They don't believe in working." Ouch. To make matters messier, Andrew has a history of eviction drama. Back in 2020, he reportedly posted on social media looking for a spare room for him and his son, admitting he had a little bit of money. In 2018, he claimed he had been illegally evicted, sharing on social media that he and his son were essentially homeless. However, their viral fame hasn't translated into financial stability. Despite being at the center of attention for months, they're now facing a much less glamorous situation, eviction. It turns out the family has an ongoing residential eviction case with a filing date of January 7, 2025. This news has shocked many of their followers, leaving them to question where all the money from their viral success has gone. Somehow, he spent so much money that makes him feel like he's really doing something. Adding fuel to the fire, there are rumors that the apartment they live in was originally secured through a homeless program, which was meant for Andrew and his son from a previous relationship. The allegation is that Stephanie and the other children were never meant to live there, making their current living situation potentially a violation of housing program rules. This claim has raised questions about whether this is the main reason behind the eviction, with some viewers commenting on TikTok that the program was only supposed to house Andrew and his son, not the entire family. The online community quickly became divided, with some viewers expressing sympathy for the kids caught in the middle, while others criticized Stephanie and Andrew for exploiting their situation. To make matters more complicated, Stephanie posted a video where she opened up about the discouraging news she had received, hinting that it was all part of a larger plan in God's process. In the video, she wrote, "The nerve of people, this makes it seem as if they're being evicted because people reported them for having too many people in the apartment, implying that it was the public's fault for bringing attention to their living situation." However, this statement raised even more suspicions, leaving many followers to wonder if the couple's own decisions and mismanagement were the true cause behind their housing problems.
And while there's a lot of allegations going around about the whys, some stating that because the apartments were meant for homeless assistance only for the father and his son, the woman and her kids are not allowed to live there. And others are stating that it's because they actually haven't paid rent in quite some time. Regardless of the money that they've made off this app, they've been using it frivolously as rage bait to get more stuff, but not to actually provide necessities. And it's very unfortunate for the children. They are truly the only victims in this case.
Another point of contention came when Stephanie revealed she had purchased a gaming chair for Andrew, which was priced at $670. Despite the family's precarious financial situation, this raised eyebrows among viewers who felt that if the family had the means to spend money on such a luxury item, they should have prioritized paying their rent instead. One commenter on TikTok pointed out, "Rent paid? Nah. Gaming chair? Yes. Priorities are way out of order." On Reddit, some users speculated that Stephanie had returned items from their Amazon wish list to fund the purchase, claiming that this might be why their wish list was disabled for fraud in the past. The purchase also led to further rumors that Andrew might be preparing to leave Stephanie, with one user suggesting he could be using the eviction as an excuse to break up with her and find someone else with a more stable living situation. And then, the couple's financial issues and inability to pay their rent have led to accusations of irresponsible parenting. One viewer commented on Stephanie's TikTok saying, "How about you take all the money you know you're going to get at tax time for having so many kids and get them a better place to live?" The criticism didn't stop there, with others suggesting that Stephanie and Andrew should get jobs instead of relying on TikTok earnings, which many believe aren't substantial enough to support a family of 6. However, in response, Stephanie explained that TikTok earnings alone couldn't cover the cost of moving, and that it wouldn't be wise to stake their entire living situation on the platform's income. She expressed frustration with the public's judgment, stating, "Why would it be wise to stake our living situation on those means? I'm genuinely curious if the people bringing it up even think that far." The Jenkins family's struggles didn't end with their financial issues. Parenting decisions have also come under scrutiny, particularly when viewers noticed that Stephanie's youngest child, who was just 1 year old, was placed in a forward-facing car seat. While it's legal in Oregon to use a forward-facing seat at age 2 and 40 pounds, experts recommend keeping children in rear-facing seats for as long as possible for safety. This parenting choice sparked heated debate online, with many questioning Stephanie's ability to make responsible decisions for her children's well-being. With all the drama swirling around the Jenkins family, the public's opinion is deeply divided. While some people feel sympathy for their struggles, others argue that their decisions, both financially and personally, are putting their children at risk. Whether or not they'll overcome this latest challenge remains to be seen, but the situation has left viewers questioning the ethics behind the family's online presence, their priorities, and the way they're choosing to handle their personal problems. What do you think about this ongoing saga? Let us know in the comments below.